fun time. Get a message, friend request on Facebook from this kid. I don't know if I know, so I never accept it. It just stays in Facebook limbo for a while, and then I eventually decided to accept it. Turns out not who I thought it was. Thought I saw one of his relatives. Maybe he saw him. Said, hey man, I seen this guy, man, he's looking jacked or something. No. Right away I could tell this kid was out for blood. Blood that's pumping through a hard, long shaft. And he wanted it to be mine. Probably somewhere in his mouth or around his butthole.
Also,
he starts talking to me. Hey, thanks for accepting. How you doing? Or he said, how's it hanging? And I just said,
you said limping to the left.
I just said, not too shabby. How's you? And he's like, long and low. I'm like, that's pretty good, man. Long and low, haha. And then I didn't respond the rest of the night. This was last night. I didn't respond to him because I thought that was. I knew what he was setting up. Like, yeah, okay, I think I kind of get where this kid's coming from. I don't do very much spying on Facebook. I don't look at his pictures yet because I kind of assume I know where this is going. And this morning, I get a message from him. Oh, my phone died, blah, blah, blah. I was just saying this. And I was just like, yeah, okay, whatever. And then he's like, oh, I like sending memes or something. And he starts sending these memes, and they're all cock-related. It was like 3 in a row, and they all like are cock jokes. One's like a guy and a rooster or something about staring at his cock, or my eyes are up here or something. I keep your eyes off my cock. The next one was like, oh, it's a Toy Story character, it's a giant dildo. And we're like, oh, look, they found Annie's mom's toy. And he made a joke about that. He was like, I thought you were going to make a joke about how that's like, you know, like they cast your dick for Annie's mom's toy because it's so big. And I was like, where'd you get that? I didn't say that, but in my head I'm like, this kid is throwing so many obvious like cues out there that if I was gay and wanted my dick sucked on the down low, he'd be all for it. It's exactly what he's trying to get at, because I've had this kind of situation occur before. Dude, I don't know. And I look at all this shit and I'm like, oh, this guy, I don't think he'd creep on me if I blocked him, but I better make sure he just knows right away where the fuck I'm coming from. So I don't tell him right away that like I'm not gay, I don't like any other shit. I let him go. I want to see how far he fucking goes. I never respond with anything that has anything to do with me enjoying like talking about cock. I don't avoid it, but I don't go out of my way to change the conversation. I just respond like, okay, yeah, that's pretty funny. I would have said something like this, and like I tried to make it totally not sexual, and like everything he said had to do with something sexual. And I'm just like, yeah, I can't really, I don't know if I can compare sizes, because he said something about bigger or smaller, making another joke about it. I was like, dude, I don't know how big it is, man. Like camera angles and stuff. It could be a 4-incher, it could be an 8-incher. You don't know. It's like without a unit of measurement around to, you know, have a frame of reference. So he just keeps coming back with stuff, and I don't know. At this point, I'm like brain farting because
you're still talking to him?
Well, I'm reading it on my text. I'm just like, I can't believe this guy's doing this. He's like, by now, someone like.
Does he live?
No, he lives in Tyrone. He's from Huntington, lives in Tyrone, but I've never met the kid. I don't think I know him. Like, he has the same last name as one person I know, and they changed it. And never seen him before. I thought it was this kid, the youngest brother of this family of wrestlers who, like, turned gay. Or exposed himself, you know, came out of the closet. I look at his pictures finally. And this kid, I don't know him. Don't look familiar. 6 years older than me, or 5 years older than me, or something like that. 5 or 6 years older than me. Wouldn't have talked to him in school. Didn't even go to school with him. So I don't know this kid. I don't know him. But he knows several friends of mine, mutual friends, mutual Facebook friends. Which doesn't mean you know this guy. Oh, yeah, the same mutual friends. Yeah, I'll throw you into my friends list. No, this is where it gets you in trouble. And, of course, it's a guy causing the trouble. It's just this time it's guy on guy. And I'm the guy. Who's guy on guy he wants to be the guy of. You know. He wants me to be the guy to his guy. And his guy on guy.
The funniest part about this whole situation, I've already told you. You got that pill to men.
I've tried to tell him. I've always kept bringing up the humor thing. I'm like, yeah, some people don't have a good sense of humor. He's like, no, it's like, my dad died when I was 10, so like I have a great sense of humor. I'm like, you're a broken kid. That's why you're approaching me in this really desperate, really obvious way.
I just want to be
That's where I'm thinking. And I could have. So at this point, he sends me some more memes, and then he sends me, out of nowhere, pictures of this cabin. He brings up. No, he just sent a few more memes. There's like at least 8 or 10 memes. I wish I didn't delete the conversation. Fuck, but at least 10 memes of cocks, all these cocks and stuff, and I'm just like, no. Then he starts talking about, there's something about, as a bachelor, I'm exposed to such different behavior. Like, and he puts a meme up where it's like the guy comes home from work, takes off his clothes, stands there naked. I'm like, yeah, well, like sometimes I get out of the shower and I walk around long enough, and I'm like, oh, I should probably put clothes on. The neighbors could probably see me through the window. I mean, 24/7. I don't know if that's acceptable, but I don't know. And I just kept saying, like, depends. He kept trying to, like, make size references, and I just kept saying, like, it depends on this, or it depends on that. Like, I wasn't going to tell him how big my cock is. Like, I'm not going to send him a pic. I could have said something easily like that. Like, I bet you're after...
That's what he was fishing.
I was like, I bet you $10 you're fishing in a pond, and this pond is called Can I Get Sam to Show Me His Dick? Or at least, like, get an idea how big it is. This guy I don't know. And he starts sending me these pictures of a cabin, inside and out.
However,
this property, he says, look at this.
You used to do it to girls.
He's like, well, I never had a cabin and bragged about this. And like, I never sent dick memes. And then I never sent 5 pictures of a cabin out in the woods. There's a driveway picture. There's the long shot. There's an inside. There's an inside. There's a loft. And I'm like, okay. And then he says like, oh.
This is where we can be.
He brings up all this other stuff. And then he brings up this, I don't know, we're totally irrelevant to the conversation. Just starts a whole new conversation, but it's about this isolated. He did put that in there. It's nice, it's a getaway, and it's isolated. Yeah, he's like, sometime if you ever want to hang out, you should just, if you ever want to get away, just come on out and we can, have some drinks and BS. And I'm just thinking, I've been in this exact same boat before.
You're going to roofie me.
my brother's wife's brother, who's gay, tried the same card. Like, we went all down there for a vacation. We went to their house. He cooked us dinner. It was awesome. He was a good host. Then my brother and his wife and kids left, and me and Dane were like a little too drunk, so we couldn't leave right away. And we're in a state we don't know anywhere. We don't really know how to get back to the hotel. We know it's a couple streets down, but like we're pretty sloshed because they fed us like these Corona margarita slushies and like Mike's Hard slushies and shit, like gay drinks, but like fucking man, that was great food. But as soon as they left, they turned the queer on real quick. Like, he sat down, he leaned back, he started throwing that in there. It's like, oh, he's using the voice. Like, he just changed. He just morphed from her brother to this gay guy, and now he's trying to prey. He's trying to prey on us. And like, I looked at Dane at one point, so he just got up to like get another drink. I'm like, yeah. He's like, yeah. So he came back. We're already standing up. He's like, oh, leaving so soon? He's like, yeah, we want to go to the beach. Like, it was a shitty looking day out. That's why we were there eating. No, dude, he just killed our buzz as quickly as he gave it to us. Like, oh, he couldn't have made it. It was so awkward, but I knew that's where it was going. And if we were those type of kids to give in to such criminal desire, on the down low, I won't tell anyone. I bet you $10 I'd tell this kid, want to keep a secret? I'll suck your dick. I guarantee he'll be like, yeah? You want to meet me in my car? I'm like, what about that cabin? No, not tonight. It's not going to work out. Like, what kind of car do you drive? It's a Porsche. And then I go to meet him up. He's like, oh, I couldn't get my Porsche. I have a Honda Accord. The one with the door? No, it doesn't have a door. It's like, yeah, that's why I asked if it had the door. Because I see a guy in a Honda Accord without a door. Looks just like you, looking really desperate. You got a can of mace, you got a bag, you got a couple rolls of tape.
No.
Yeah, dude, I'm not feeling too cool about this guy. So I told him, like, after all the pictures and stuff, and I made a couple more jokes about Dad. I was like, dude, I don't have enough time to hang out with anyone I want to hang out with. I was like, and I just said dad life, and he's like, yeah, something about, you know, kids will suck the life out of you. It's a good thing, you know, like have a wife who gives you attention. And I'm like, okay, you can just stop now. I think I said, you can just stop anytime. You can stop anytime now. And I was gonna say bud, and I was like, no, you can stop anytime now. You throw the wife in there. One, you don't know me well enough to know that we're not married. Two, you have to throw that emotional, I wonder if he's getting enough attention from his wife. I'll bring it up in conversation as a last resort. Desperate attempt. Here we go. Death blow. He uses his final touch, man. It's like, boom, limit break. His final flash. And just like Jiren, I just fucking took it and laughed at him like, dude, you can just stop anytime now. And he was like, what? I was just complimenting on how you're like, you know, your woman loves you enough. And I'm going to text him one more time and just say, reread our whole conversation. Look at all your pictures that you sent me. All of them. The memes, what they consist of. I see the humor in it, but the consistency of the type of humor.
Well, did you look at
the fact that you didn't know me, and the 5 pictures in this cabin that you tell me is isolated, then you tell me to come over and BS and drink. And I say, you know, just look at the context of the conversation. And don't try to bullshit me by saying, I wasn't being, he said, I wasn't being rude or crude. And I said, you weren't being rude and crude. I actually didn't even say that in my head. I'm like, you're right. You weren't being rude and crude. You were being very gay. Annoyingly, uncomfortably gay. And I didn't say that either because then he would like post that part of the conversation on Facebook. And then everyone's going to start calling me out. And I'm going to have all these haters like, you know, wanting to kill me for being a gay basher. And it's like, no. This is what happens in 2019 when a gay guy gets shut down by a straight guy with a family. They're going to take my conversation with him out of context, and then I'm going to look like a gay bait and a gay basher. I'm going to look like a hero and a total zero. It's like, look at this guy. He's so straight. The gay world loves him. Except this gay guy tried to get on him. He got denied, so he's a gay hater. Fuck him.
Would have been first thing. I don't like weed.
I'm just too nice. I'm just too nice to be like, dude, you're really fucking coming off creepy. But there's a nicer way for me to say it without really making him want to kill himself. If he's coming at me this strong, either he's like struck out with everyone, or he's like on meth or something. You just can't trust that type of character.
I mean, at that point, I'd have been like, do the world a favor, just drink some bleach.
Dude.
It's pretty heartless. I don't have a soul. I don't give a shit. You have no impact whether you're dead or alive to me.
If I focus my hate into creative thought and I put it down in a text towards him, I could really make that kid call the police on me. For his own well-being and peace of mind. But I think I'm going to leave it where it's at. I think I'm just going to block him and let it go.
That's probably your best.
Because if I don't block him, he's going to at least keep looking at pictures of me, stroking his little messed up dick.
Saying is, I've been right.